whip, knock 'em off the high horse. Feeling bad and mighty, got no love for snitches. Now it's in the belly just for you to wear that uniform. Have you ever heard of overseers? You ain't nothing more. Yeah, I'm a good cop. You gotta wake up, homie, that's a fucked up job. Think about it. Who wrote the laws you're made to enforce? Think about it. You only trained to show no remorse. Get away with murder in the line to make it alright. So the court I shot at night is a fit for my life. You're a tool of white supremacy. No, I'm not. Compare how many black and white folks the prison got. Tell me every inmate paid administratively for every life you take. You corrupted motherfuckers think you got us in check. But when the people's adding up, you best protect your neck. Yeah. Tell me what's power. Money is a fame, is an influence for name, or an instrument to gain. Tell me what's power. Take it, take a little taste of what you slip. So we're power take it if you got it and you never trip. All I see around here is system balance of power. Eyeing these times and these cowards hiding in ivory towers, fighting that feeding me hours until we work by the hour. Another morning that we mourn until our seeds turn to flowers. See the ones that claim power, be the ones that lack them, and they criminalize youth and the brown and black men. All these pigs with the sickness never fight for positions, but where we from, these pigs on the stick in the fire's position. Cowards with power trip down the shit out of it. Counterfeit, how is it now they get out of it and they feeling empowered? So we working overtime just to never equal power. Displacement over time just to give it to the powers that powerless in me. I bloodless of the pain, so is there power left in me? I wanna see my sisters feel that power so they see. I hope to see my daughters feel the power when they speak.
Welcome to 8,000 Miles Away. Welcome to 8,000 Miles Away Sunday edition. Today we have a very unusual story. We have a story that's a little more unusual than any story we ran here on 8,000 Miles Away recently. And this, we have something different. We have a half black man and half Filipino man. He's half black, half Filipino. And he finds love overseas. This is a beautiful story, and I want to take a look at this incredible story. It's so we'll take a look at this right now. So that's it. All right, let's check it out.
I told you I was crazy. I know I sounded like a weirdo telling you on the first day, but I didn't care. From the day I met you, I knew 100% that we'd be standing right here on this altar as soon as I had the chance. Our testimony is proof that some things just have to be God. I met my wife on the other side of the world. Crazy. I said my life is a movie, but you brought a whole new meaning to that.
Oh my gosh. I just can't wait to marry you, and thank you for always loving me without fear and just giving your all in everything that you do.
Happy wedding day, baby. I love you so much, and let this movie begin. years, I've been asking God to bless me with someone who is secure in her identity, someone who is patient and slow to anger, someone who is a clown just like me, and most of all, someone who is chasing after Jesus. God is such a provider, because look what I found.
I never knew that love.
See, this story wasn't always this good, though. That was a story of Cam Bynum, the defensive safety for the Minnesota Vikings, where he met his wife overseas, flew her here, but that wasn't always that easy. Nothing's ever easy. So let's take a look at the story before the story of Cam Bynum and his wife, Lalita. Let's take a look at it.
My wife, she's in the Philippines working on her visa. It's been getting denied, so if anybody out there can help with the visa process, I greatly appreciate it.
On social media, Bynum says his wife is...
Let's run that back. I don't think you heard the whole part of that. And this is before we begin this story, I just want to say fair use, fair use. This is from legendary. This piece was brought to you from legendary YouTuber OG Passport. He put together a really good story on Cam Bynum. So let's hear the story now. I want to play it back.
She's in the Philippines working on her visa. It's been getting denied, so if anybody out there can help with the visa process, I greatly appreciate it.
On social media, Bynum says his wife has twice been denied a tourist visa and that a spousal visa has not been granted.
Cameron Bynum has since gotten the visa for his wife from the Philippines to be with him in America since his emotional plea after a win against the 49ers. But the story of Cameron Bynum goes deeper than just a football player or a guy finding love. It speaks to the complexity of the American experience, the black male experience, and how in 2023, the search for love and the rules for finding it have been completely rewritten. This feel-good story of finding love and embracing identity is something that many of us are learning to embrace in a new world and a new time where we are finding out new ways to live our lives. To see what drove Cameron Bynum to a level of excellence to not only get to the NFL, but to excel, you need only look at his parents, Curtis and Jennifer Bynum. His father, a black man, his mother, a third-generation Filipino, and while his mother may be his rock, the discipline that got him to the NFL can be attributed to his father. The pride that Cameron exhibits in family can be seen on his Instagram. It is from this home, this environment, that this half Filipino, half black young man forged his identity. Per the Daily Californian, built the Bynum way, Cameron Bynum's drive embodies Cal football's new era. Before Ground Zero, the pro training facility that prepared Bynum for the NFL draft, he had another trainer in his life, his dad, Curtis. After Pop Warner practices, Curtis would take his son to the park and make him run hills. And on days when he didn't have practice, they'd be there too, training endlessly so that Bynum could improve his game. His dad's training was as mental as it was physical. They would watch Centennial High School games, Bynum's eventual alma mater, Friday nights, studying some of the most competitive football in Southern California. My dad was the one that started training me at a young age, and even if he didn't know that much about what he was doing, he was still trying, Bynum says. He probably influenced me the most football-wise.
From the day I met you, I knew 100% that we'd be standing right here on this altar as soon as I had the chance. Our testimony is proof that some things just have to be God. I met my wife on the other side of the world. Crazy. I said my life is a movie, but you brought a whole new meaning to that.
For a group of men and black men who have often been categorized as marriage averse and irresponsible with their procreation, in the rise of the Passport Bros era, a new narrative is being written. There is a distinct group of black men looking for marriage, looking for wives. To see the son of a black man and a Filipino woman start his quest for a wife overseas only reinforces the trend that we have already seen. a man who avoided engagement throughout his college years and even during his stint in the NFL, found his Filipino bride and married her inside of a year.
I love being able to be in America half the year during football season and be in the Philippines the entire off season and live out there. So I get to live in different spots where I don't feel like I'm too tied down into one culture. I'm able to really get a little bit of both. And that's one thing I love about being in the NFL. It's a blessing because obviously we work half the year, then we get a real off season, like real off time where I can go explore out there.
Cam Bynum incidentally explains the ideal life for many passport bros. One where they can continue to live their business life in America, either through remote work or through working in America temporarily and then taking a part of the year to live overseas. For each passport bro, this looks a little different, but for some, it's finding a wife. For others, it's raising a family. For others, it's going to relax. And for even others, it's simply a way to live your best life.
Cam Bynum was at Burnsville High School giving out turkeys to the needy for the open door.
Being able to come out here and bless families that need certain things and be able to give that to them is always a blessing for us too.
Also there, his wife, who finally made it over from the Philippines to join her husband for the first time, as people saw yesterday at the game.
Let's go ball, baby!
It's beautiful seeing him do what, like football, everything that he's good at, and especially serving with him.
Seeing the young love between these early 20-year-olds harkens many of us back to a time when relationship making was much simpler. Hearing this young Filipino wife speak reminds many men in America of what we've missed for so long.
And so this Thanksgiving, the Bynums are thankful for football and much more.
Our first week here giving back to families. That's how we started our marriage. The day after our wedding, we did our outreach in the Philippines and served the families there.
It was a long process, but it's worth it. And we know that it's all God's timing, and it's really perfect.
In a time where we see fewer and fewer 20-year-old women thinking about things like chastity, marriage, family, serving community, and even Christ, seeing a story like this one only strengthens the argument for passport bros. What man doesn't want to create a legacy where he can see his son marry into a community, his daughters marry into a family, and have legacy that goes beyond his lifetime? There is a new roadmap for this, for a growing number of American men mirroring that of Cam Bynum, looking overseas, where the wives are, to start a family.
All right. I wanted to play that for the purpose of highlighting Cam Bynum's wonderful story and how he came through the NFL, grew up, trained with his father, got through it, and went through college and do it. It's not easy getting to the NFL, as you see, as you already know, but he went through it. Stayed single, hung in there, kept his beliefs, did all of the things right. Maybe some things wrong, but at the end of the day, it worked for him. And then he could have married a woman here, but the strong culture of the Filipino people brought him home, where he went overseas and found a woman and brought her here. And it wasn't easy, as you see. It's never easy to bring them here. That's why so many brothers and individuals, they go overseas, because it's so easy. Now, he may settle overseas in the Philippines in the long run, because that natural being or wanting to be home is inside of all Filipinos for the most part. And he'll probably follow his wife there, or he'll live both places. Of course, he can afford to do that, but it's not about money. This is the goal of a lot of us to go over there. It's not all about foolishness, as you hear some of the simps and detractors say online. It's more about, finding a wife and finding a better life overseas. And you don't always have to be an NFL star to do it. You can do it, and you can do it with a lot less money. You can do it even with $100,000 or less. It's the goal of a lot of us. It's the goal of me, myself. So I wanted to share that story with y'all. I think it's a beautiful story. It's inspirational, and it's something that a lot of us aspire to be, whether you're his age or my age, to retire overseas. And so, again, if y'all like the story, like, share, subscribe to 8,000 Miles Away. This is your host, Vic. Y'all have a good week. Love you all. Take care.